Okay, Reggie, before we get to today's segment, is there anything that you want to talk about?
Well, of course, I got to wish Bon First a Merry Christmas. So to the family of Bon First, man, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And for all of the people that don't know about Kwanzaa, cause get all my Ron Karenga jokes. I still believe in Happy Kwanzaa as well. For those of y'all don't know, look it up. It starts from the 26th of December. And so shout out to all of you guys that celebrate Kwanzaa. And but be safe, y'all. Be safe out there this time of year. This weekend coming up, I know it's going to be a lot of people that not feel of the spirit like us, feel of another type of spirit. So y'all be careful out there. Also, Capricorns, it's y'all season. So Capricorns, y'all start getting ready to celebrate y'all birthday. So from Bomb First family, shout out to you guys during the Capricorn season. Capricorn gang. My mama's a Capricorn. And so y'all some stubborn motherfuckers. And last but not least, John, before we get started today, for those that we put out, y'all know over here on Bomb First, I offered a t-shirt too. If you can screenshot and show me the date, tell me where in the comment section we can go on our video that we did about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. If any of y'all picked number 20, y'all remember I asked y'all, tell me what number on the billboards the Snoop Dogg Missionary album will come out. The official number was number 20 on the top 100. And so if any of y'all posted it, y'all send it to me. And if yours was the first one that was posted in the comment section that day, that's why y'all got to come to Bomb First early, especially on Monday mornings, and post stuff early. Stop viewing our videos late in the day. You got to view them at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you can be the one that wins. Because we have easy trivia questions over here. But the winner is number 20. So the Missionary album debuted at number 20. Other than that, let's get going, John.
Okay. Napoleon took to his Instagram to respond to Young Noble's interview that he did last week. Did you see that? Or if not, can I play it for you and get your reaction?
Sure.
Salam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm only addressing this publicly because the interview was put out publicly. An interview that I seen recently with some, with Young Noble, who I look at as a family member. And, one thing I just want to mention, I don't lie in interviews. I don't chase clout. I don't do things for likes and views. So for you to do an interview, and the only reason I'm addressing this publicly because you mentioned these things publicly, so I figure I have a right to, respond publicly in a respectful manner, of course. So when you mention these things to try to make it seem like I'm lying in my interviews by saying that the story with Jim Belushi and the hamburger, you know what I'm talking about, was something I just pretty much ain't know what I was talking about. You're going to tell the true story. Then you say the same exact words as I said when you explain the story. Even everybody in the comments was confused and said, why did you say Moo was wrong or wasn't correct? And you explained the same story. I said, that's nothing. Alhamdulillah, I can't really, dwell on that. That wasn't nothing. I didn't take offense to that. And then again, even though it doesn't matter, it happened over 20-something years ago, but alhamdulillah, I'm glad that it did happen because I didn't want to be on the stage with Diddy. Then you, once again, made it seem like I didn't snatch the mic from him, which I said this is ignorant stuff. It happened 20-something years ago before I was a Muslim. But it's one of the moments that I can say I'm proud of, that I didn't stay on the stage and perform next to a person that it might seem like he had something to do with the death of a good friend of mine, which is Pac, and I didn't stay on the stage with Diddy. So you pretty much said, like, it's not like he snatched the mic from him. His song was finishing. As if I grabbed the mic once again. But then you say we got kicked out of the MTV. If I didn't snatch the mic from him, then why did we get kicked out of the MTV? I sabotaged it purposely because I didn't want to be on the stage with an individual that my friend passed away having some difficulties with. I figured like loyalty is something that we have to take to our graves. Like I said, alhamdulillah to the kids to make it clear, these things are ignorant, but the only reason I'm really replying back is because you coming off as if I'm lying in my interviews. And I have receipts, alhamdulillah. You know, Steve LaBelle got a video up where he said the reason why the MTV was shut down that day because Napoleon snatched the mic from Diddy, because I didn't want to be on the stage with an individual who my friend at that time was beefing, who didn't like. I just feel like loyalty, no matter fame, no amount of money, should make you not stick to a friend even though he passed away. Your loyalty is very important, and that's the reason why I did that. So, and then again, I see comments where you once again saying, oh, these are his stories, Muta stories. He left the group in 2003, as if these stories are not true. I don't have reason to lie. Alhamdulillah, yes, I left the group 2003 after I accepted the religion of Islam. Alhamdulillah, one of the best decisions I ever made.
Wow. At first glance, because Noble is generally a cool dude, right? I always looked at Noble as a cool dude. I got offended by something I'll talk about later that he texted me this last week, but I didn't think nothing of it because Noble interaction is always positive and cool. So at first glance, I would think that Noble might have got, I'm sorry, Napoleon. And y'all know I love Moo. Because this Moo right here versus this Moo right here, two different men. And y'all know I love Mutau development and his growth. I always say that about Napoleon. Love what he's doing and how he come across now. So y'all know if I got to take a dog in the fight, it's always going to be with Napoleon. Because I agree with Napoleon. He don't lie in interviews. He would say, move on. There's many questions we try to get him to respond to. And he'll go, no, I ain't going to address that. I don't want to talk about that. You know, we don't want to address that. And he always been keep it 100 on the interviews that I saw him do over there at Arthur Gay Law or Cal Capone or over here on Ball First. So it's very, very surprising to me that these two brothers are going at each other like this on social media, because I just read some of the comments that, once I sit back and listen to this and John played it for me, I saw all of these comments going back and forth. Hopefully, John, if you don't want to, address them, you can post them so people can see how deep this thing got. And so, I'm saying all that just to say, I don't know what to say. I believe everything Napoleon has said. He have said this derived from a video that he did over here on Ball First.
That show was for the MTV Awards, where basically MTV wanted to do a tribute concert during the awards for a tribute show where Tretch had he had a tribute that he did for Pac. So Tretch was going to sing a song for Pac, and Puffy and Faith Evans had a song that they did for Biggie. I was against it. Steve LaBelle, of course, he was trying to advance our career, teach us that, look, you guys got to be more diplomatic. You can't always say you beefing with this person and that person. This is what's going to open up doors for you guys. And the Outlawz wanted to do it. We went out to New York. Big Syke was there as well. But I always been against it. I said, bro, I don't want to be on stage with Puffy. Pac died, not liking this dude, and I just don't want to do it, So they kept, they was like, nah, we got to do it. So we went to rehearsal. And my intention was, I'm going to wait till it's a live show, and I'm going to snatch the mic from Puffy, But I was intoxicated. I didn't really know if it was a live show or rehearsal. I just seen bright lights, you know what I mean? And Puffy came next to me, and I just snatched the mic from him. He tried to grab the mic back. I pushed him. The security guard rushed me. The Outlawz got in the middle, and they basically kicked us out. You know what I mean? And
so for those of y'all not aware of what they're talking about, he Noble pretty much called him a liar, or saying he be exaggerating or not keeping his interviews 100. But if you go over there to Arthur Gaylord channel and hear what Noble said, and you just heard what Napoleon said on our channel, it's the same damn thing. And so I'm saying that just to say it's obvious Noble for some reason wants to pick up a fight with Mutal, because that's something when you got a relationship with each other, like they claim to have, calling each other brothers and stuff like that, and he's not in jail, like the dude that I be arguing with in prison, then you pick up the phone and you call each other and talk about it. So it's obvious more to this beef that we don't know about. We know Mutal walked away from being involved in, in this type of sector of music that he used to was involved in. Noble and Edie still out there doing little shows whenever they can get, a chance and an opportunity to do some shows. And so there's some type of friction going on. I don't know what part of the New Jersey stuff going that they from, because there was a difference. If y'all don't learn anything about how that stuff went down with Felony and Gaddafi and all of that, if y'all ain't picked up on there, they got some different cliques out there in New Jersey. But those dudes was all good at one time. Edie even had to correct Noble. I saw it. Edie even correct Noble and did a response about the song on Still I Rise and how that was done. So I think Noble, y'all, is done got the bug. If y'all don't know, for y'all, oh, Reggie, you just hating because he did it over there at Art Channel. Man, y'all ask those motherfuckers, who passed the number to who? Just like that number with Ali, who passed the number to their people to get the Arthur Gaylord? I still don't fuck with the nigga and still be helping him out because we don't pay over here at Bond First. He pays. And so that's how I go and get my boys some Christmas money or some money to do interviews. I put them over there with him. But that's beside the point. So all I'm just saying is, it's unfortunate that it's playing out in True Time Force, where Noble gonna pretty much say he's gonna expose more of his lies on his next interview. Well, Noble, I know you told me you would be coming over here to Bond First and doing it, but I'm not getting involved in it. You can go to Vlad or whoever other channel, go back on Art's channel and do that with your brother. And we should, hopefully, we won't become enemies because I know what you really started off as. You don't want me to start because you was just the barber the whole time I was around. I even heard you say, well, do I want to start talking about things yet? Because I truly like Noble. I just got offended, like I said earlier in the video. I told him when he said that Tupac Tupac mother Feeney let Tupac go to heaven and let him go. Well, see, Billy and everybody didn't know how many times Tupac had to be resuscitated. That they had to try to bring him back to life and all that. Knowing he was missing a finger. Knowing he was missing a lung and couldn't smoke anymore and all of that. You can change your life. Yeah. But y'all know Tupac, right? And so his mother knew her son. And so she made a decision to do what she did. So Noble did this video over there. And he talked on the segment about how, he would have kept him alive or people, got from the video that he didn't agree with the mother taking Tupac off the ventilator and, and letting him go on to heaven. And so I texted him and said, Noble, you should probably clean this up. And man, I can show y'all texts way back. Me and Noble been talking for years, y'all. And this always was love, Reggie, respect, Reg, King, calling me, he always positive. Noble's always generally positive. So I don't know because he went over there talking to the Gaylord or what. This is how he responds back to me just last week when I say he might need to, clean this little story up next time you do an interview. Only reason I bring this up, y'all saw what he said to me, how he responded. Like, I ain't clearing shit up. Never talk like that. That's not him if y'all know Noble. But it goes to show me that there's something more going on with Noble right now. He's angry about something right now. Or he done let somebody get in his ear and turn his way of thinking where he's trying to rewrite stories. Because for his boy, Edie, to have to clarify some of his stuff, I can take about 2 or 3 things that he's just flat out wrong, and I'll address that later because I know me and John are going to do a segment on the anniversary of Still I Rise in a few more episodes down the line. I'll tell y'all how that really was done, that y'all going to see outright lying. Man, I don't know. Maybe he's been drinking on that Snoop Dogg gin and juice or something. Because he trying to rewrite stories worse than Snoop Dogg, y'all. Man. I know this video may get taken wrong. I don't give a fuck. Y'all know that. But hate to see that really going down. Hate to see that brother really feels that way about Napoleon. Because if y'all know Napoleon, when he was on that picture we showed earlier, when he was that young little 13, 14-year-old kid, to the man that he has became today, I don't see how anybody can say anything bad about Napoleon, whatever name that y'all like to refer to him as. Peace, bumpers.
Okay, Reggie. Last week, Diddy had a court hearing or a court appearance, and a lot of the headlines were because there's no cameras in there, but the journalists that were in there said that when Diddy came out, that he was drastically showing weight loss and drastically looking a lot more gray and tired. I wanted to see if you had any thoughts on that, on his appearance, and if you had any thoughts on the court hearing itself.
Well, the weight loss, okay, yeah. You don't eat like you eat. He ain't drinking like he been drinking. I think it was popping bottles. It's a lot of sugar and alcohol. He definitely ain't eating like he is. And stress is a motherfucker. They don't sell Dark and Lovely in there, y'all. Niggas can't get that shit Dark and Lovely. If y'all know me, before I went in, y'all ain't never seen no gray on my face because I didn't have no hair on my face. But reason why I had to let my hair grow out and get facial hair and all of that is because I can't shave every day and keep myself up like I used to. So I just like to do it once a week now. Shave my hair but I still don't do no motherfucking Dark and Lovely. But that's all that is, y'all. Diddy, you stress a lot more. You get gray when you're stressing, right? Man, y'all just don't understand. Niggas is shitting more too. When you going through stress and your life change, y'all think about how y'all body act when you either eat a lot or you don't eat a lot. Your body do crazy stuff. We all deal with things different. A lot of people get gray, when they stressing and all of that. Shitting on, can't stop shitting. Sitting on the toilet daily when you're stressing. Me, I eat a lot. I overeat. I overeat all the time, but I definitely overeat when I'm stressing. So people deal with things differently. That's all that's going on with Diddy right now, y'all. Is he stressing? This shit is stressful. Having other people to have to depend, you have to depend on, watching over your money. Everyday people on YouTube, fat motherfucker from LA talking about you and speculating and all of that about you and your lifestyle and all of that. And y'all think people don't listen? People be listening, y'all. They hear stuff. They may not listen to that particular channel, but they hear it, and pretty much everybody is talking the same BS, right? So, of course, he's going to change. But the main thing, you can't maintain yourself. You can take showers. That's one good thing about where I was at. Shit, you take showers anytime. You just couldn't take showers during count time or when you're supposed to be working. Other than that, you can take showers anytime. And so, I don't know how it is at the detention centers, but once he get to his facility, he'll be good on that aspect. The dark and lovely thing, I think they do still dye. I don't remember. I wasn't into dyeing. I was still shaving my face and my hair. So I don't know if niggas had to have dye. I don't remember, to be honest. But they don't have that dark and lovely, especially at a detention center. And so that's why he's going to be gray. The nigga was just gray on the streets. He might wasn't as gray. But shit, when you got motherfucker, he said he paid what, $1,000 for a haircut back then, right? So of course he's going to be looking different. So that's all that's going on with Diddy. That's why his body going through what he's going through and he's looking like that. But hey, you stressing right now because you can't pay your fucking car note. So could you imagine the stress he going through right now? I know all of y'all said, oh, Diddy got $400 million. Yeah, man, y'all better learn the difference between your net worth and what you got in the bank. It's a difference. And when you're not making that money and money get cut off and you're spending, it's cool when you're making $100 million a month and you're spending $50 million a month. But when you're spending $50 million a month for bills and you ain't making anything, that's generally what happens. Think about your job. If you're making $4,000 a month and then that $4,000 a month get cut off, you may have $4,000 in the bank. So you'd be good for a month or two, right? But after the third month, and you ain't making that money, it's going to change, y'all. So that's all that's going on with Diddy. He's stressing, y'all. He's not making the money like a lot of y'all want to believe. Because if he was as rich as he said he was, you think he'd be allowing his daughter, and I'm not saying he don't have $200,000, $1 million, $5 million. I'm not saying that at all. But that's when you start looking at shit. Nigga, you want me to cut you a check right now for $200,000 when I'm already paying $50,000 a month for you to live? And you need, because you went out and bought that car I told you didn't need anyway, because you trying to be like daddy? You wouldn't allow stuff like that to be going down. And that's one of his alleged sons that's going through that. That's the one thing we done heard of. So y'all stop fighting this. And I'm not pocket watching this money. I'm just trying to tell y'all how it goes. Like I keep trying to tell you motherfuckers, only reason I talk about shit like this, I can give a fuck about a Diddy or P. Diddy or anybody. I only do that because that's the only reason you motherfuckers gonna click. I'm just trying to give y'all the lessons to let y'all know. You ain't the only one going through shit. This is how you go through shit, and this is how you deal with shit when you have to go through it. Because we all go through some bullshit. I done been through shit 4 to 5 times in my life where my money went up, my money went down. And so that's the only reason I speak to y'all. All you motherfuckers don't need it. A lot of y'all haven't had that rainy day yet. A lot of y'all done went through that storm already. Well, ain't we supposed to be here to help? If I help one motherfucker in anything, y'all, then I'm good. Good. So that's why I talk about Diddy and all of that. I can care less about what Diddy going through. Not trying to give Diddy and his family no advice. Because that's how y'all are. Y'all just want to hear time. Y'all don't want to hear like, I'd rather be up here talking about, I like to talk shit, so I don't be talking shit. But up here talking to y'all about who gonna win the Super Bowl. What y'all think about this college football fame? What y'all think about the Heisman Trophy Travis Hunter girl giving emojis and shit with love hearts to another athlete? I'd rather be gossiping and talking shit about that. But do y'all really want to hear that here? And so, that's all. That's all I got to say. But only reason, to recap everything, that Diddy's looking the way he's looking, it's because number one, he's stressing like hell. You would be too. I would be too. And two, you can't maintain yourself in jail or prison the way you can on the streets. All right, y'all? So that would be my take. My only reason, only thing I can say about why Diddy looking bad, why Diddy looking gray.
Were you surprised, though, that the prosecution was able to turn over their evidence so quickly, or is that just standard?
Yeah, no, that ain't standard. That might have shown y'all that there's not a lot of shit that's on those tapes that we thought were gonna be on there. That those tapes not that full. He's not full with. I'm sorry. He's not full with S&A sessions like he had Baby oil. Yeah, I was hoping there was a whole bunch of different tapes like that. That just showed me there's not that much stuff that's on those tapes. And or they ready to move on with this and they're gonna turn over the other stuff on the other people case. The other co-conspirators or the other future defendants that's coming, that they're going to just put all that stuff on that case and some superseding indictments that's on their way would be my take. I know I said by Christmas, and it hadn't happened yet. Lawsuits has happened, so ain't that wrong. If y'all don't think Jay-Z is bigger than Diddy, because I said there's going to be some people that go make you go, whoa. Even though I don't believe Jay-Z, I think they fucked up. I think they fucked up on that Jay-Z one. But there's some people that they're going to make you say, whoa, that's going to still be coming down. It's just been on the civil side, but the criminal side definitely still double downing on it. Some more people will be arrested and indicted real soon. Criminally. Fuck the civil. As we see with the civil, who knows, who cares? People can fight it. But criminally, whew, stay tuned.
Okay. So Snoop started doing like I guess like a press run for the Missionary album, and he did an interview with a guy, Bootleg Kev, who does pretty good about getting good guests. And one of the things he mentioned was that he's done more in the last 2 or 3 years than anybody has done for Death Row in the last 30 years. I just wanted to get your take on that, and if you agree or if you disagree with Snoop.
I agree with the merchandise-wise. Yeah, he has. He sold the shit out of that merchandise. He built a store in Inglewood, got their own online stuff going, and yeah, I bet one person in each one of y'all family has something on that says Death Row Records. Yeah, so he has done that. Music-wise, y'all gonna let him say that? Y'all gonna agree and say that music-wise? He got a nice Death Row little Christmas song out right now, right? We're gonna compare that to Santa Claus, go straight to the ghetto. We're gonna complain that to that Christmas album? We're gonna do that. That was 30 years ago. Snoop did merchandise, but guess what? What Suge Knight did with the Death Row logo and all of that. He gave that shit away. Anybody who know when an album came out, he would flood the market with t-shirts, with Death Row merchandise and stuff, for free, for his street team stuff. He didn't sell that stuff. So we want to give him credit and we want to tap dance and say, oh, Snoop, you the greatest, man. You the greatest. For selling stuff versus giving away stuff. Who built that name? Y'all think about it. Prior to Death Row. Let's go prior to Death Row. All right. Okay. Yeah. Prior to Death Row. Who knew about artists being on labels? Tell me who was Run DMC signed to? Right quick. Def Jam. Did you stupid ass say Def Jam? Tell me who DJ Quick was signed to. Did you say Death Row? But after that, I bet you y'all can tell me who Lil Wayne was signed to. I bet you y'all can tell me who Jay-Z was signed to. For those that y'all don't know, Ron DMC and DJ Quick was signed to Profile Records, y'all. Not Def Jam Records. My whole point is, Suge Knight is the one that taught y'all about representing labels and merchandising and chains on the necks, labels on the back and all of that. Y'all didn't know about no Limit Soldiers. Y'all didn't know about no Rough Riders. Y'all didn't know about no Cash Money, no Murder Inc. and all of that. I know all of those came pretty much after Death Row. But my whole point is, the people that came out before there, y'all can't even tell me who the Fugees was signed to. Y'all can't tell me who fucking, without looking it up, I know all of y'all on the computer right now. I'm going to put it in the comment section. Oh, Coolio was signed to whoever. I don't even know. Y'all didn't know all of that about until Suge Knight and Death Row and that marketing genius that I always say, start making people and his artists talk about that stuff. So, yeah, if you're talking about selling merchandise and all of that after it's been around, this is like the arts at McDonald's. They didn't change how their buildings looked 5 times in my lifetime, right? But what's the one thing that's always been there? So one thing that's always been there, no motherfucking arts, no M's, no McDonald's, that McDonald's M. So, yes, he's doing something. He's selling something off the branding that Suge did that make us say he did more. But we're going to compare any of his music to anything. Well, yeah, I might compare something to Lady of Rage, Michelet album. Maybe even Too Gangster for radio. Yeah, I might compare something that he did to those. But other than that, anything? I wouldn't even compare that Dog Pound 2002 and that Dead Man Walking album to any of the stuff that he has done. So no. Hell no. Snoop ain't did nothing but made some money off of merchandising, off of something that Suge Knight made y'all think about. So, full of shit, as usual.
Did you happen to see, Reggie, in that same interview, the host asked Snoop, have you ever heard like a diss song that was maybe going at people you knew or yourself and you still liked it? And he talked about how much he liked the Eazy-E Compton City G song. Did you see that?
I also wanted to ask you, I always wonder when a dope if a dope diss record comes out that's about you, but it's hard.
Okay, check this out. If you walk through my hall on certain days, I got a radio station on Lit Life. It used to be Cadillac Music. On what was the name of that shit that Ski got?
Oh,
Dash. Yeah, they changed to Lit Life. So I got a station called Cadillac Music. Every day at about 1:30, 2 o'clock, walk down the hall. Eazy-E, Drayster, and BG Knockout be
real
playing.
motherfucking G's.
And that shit be knocking, and you hear me singing it.
Yo, I was gonna ask you.
Motherfuck Dre, motherfuck Suge, motherfuck Death Row.
Yeah. I saw that, John, and I had to laugh. I was like, I might have to apologize to Snoop. I've been calling him the biggest liar, and he might have that disease. You know how there's a disease that when people can't admit something is wrong, or they don't hear something that was obvious that it was wrong, and they really just don't know that. He quoted a song that he said he loved. I love that Compton City G song. When Eazy says, "Fuck Dre." What did he say? Fuck Dre. Fuck Death Row. Go ahead.
Is motherfuck Dre, motherfuck Snoop, motherfuck Death Row.
But when Snoop said it on the interview, guess whose name he put in there? He said, he didn't say that. It said, fuck Snoop. He said fuck Suge. I said, I had to go back. He made me go listen to the album. And I said, damn, I didn't know. I just thought they called him a sergeant, listening to your sergeant's directions. I said, I didn't know other than that, they did Suge. I said, I didn't know they called Suge name out on wax. And when I went back and listened to it, I was like, oh, that motherfucking Snoop Dogg. That motherfucking Snoop Dogg. He ain't gonna replace Suge's name or replace his name and put Suge in there. That's probably how he rap it. And so that just made me go to say, Snoop might have some mental issues, y'all. That weed might have fucked him up if he really believes that. Now, he could be just trolling Suge. I would troll like that. When I say songs, I'll be changing it. I'll be changing it too. I remember when he first went to No Limit and he performed at an award show and he got on the stage and he did the Death Row song and said, "No Limit is the label that pays, man." I was like, oh, this motherfucker. Okay. So he could be just trolling like that. And when I keep saying, you keep telling a lie, you keep saying something, you start to believe it. So maybe that's what Snoop do believe. Maybe that he believed that if he was saying, fuck Suge, Snoop Dogg, K-Dub, any of you cheerleaders of Snoop that's over there, tell that nigga he said, fuck Snoop Dogg. Peace.
Okay, I wanted to read you, Reggie, a Facebook post that Billy Garland posted a couple days ago. And I just wanted to get your reaction to it because I know I have my thoughts, but I really want to hear yours. And I'll put it on the screen so people can read it as well. But what Mr. Garland said was Detective Russell Poole of the Los Angeles Police Department, who was leading the investigation into Biggie Smalls' killing, but was blocked. The department couldn't afford the scandal and started to discredit him. He discovered evidence possibly alleging that the killing of Tupac and Biggie was related to individuals of the LAPD's off-duty police employed by Death Row for security. View The City of Lies featuring Johnny Depp and Forrest Whitaker. There's a lot of typos in there. He put closet film to the facts, but I think he meant closest film to the facts. Just wanted to get your take on him trying to promote that movie.
Yeah, I just wonder what is, I'd like to see the question. I don't know what the question is that made him write that response. Other than maybe he's just trying to shit on Greg Kading for whatever reason. But why would he care? If somebody killed my son or my daughter and I didn't have the balls to go and handle it, and somebody else had the balls to go and deal with it, because they would love my son, that motherfucker, or my daughter that motherfucking much, those motherfuckers will have a picture in my house somewhere. I'll have those motherfuckers up on a mantle. They'll be motherfucking right up under Jesus Christ in my house. If I love my son. If every time I gotta talk about my one son, I gotta talk about my other kids. Vlad over there talking to him about Tupac, and he gotta bring up his daughter that just died. Now I understand you gotta do that as a parent. But he did that over there when he did an interview with the groupie. He kept wanting to talk about his kids. Only thing he had good to say about Pac is that I picked Pac up when he was about 3 or 4. And Pac blamed my other son for peeing in the bed. That's all I remember him saying. Nothing positive about Pac. Just that he was pee-pee baby. Man, Billy, if y'all ain't got what Billy Garland is doing now, he's a motherfucking sperm donor, a motherfucker that did no more than went and sat in a motherfucking clinic, jacked off in a tube, and then it was inserted into a mama, and now he want to have an opinion. If y'all want to give people an opinion like that, then fine. Go ahead. I had a daddy all my life, so I don't know how it feels to be always wanting a father or a mother in my life. So I can't say. But from a person that had a parent in their life all the time, I don't care if it's a stepdaddy or what, or somebody that was a father's figure or a mother's figure in your life, then a motherfucker that I haven't seen since I was 3 years old. Do y'all know the real reason why he had to drop and settle that case for $1 million? Because he was going to trial. That shit was going to trial. And his own family members, Billy Garland's own family members, came to court and gave depositions to Donald David and them, the state attorneys, that Billy got letters that Afeni was trying to reach out to him when Tupac was like 10 or 11 years old and wanted him to help out. He always tried to say, oh, they got lost and all that. His family members said they got the letters and Afeni was trying to reach out. He didn't want no part of Tupac's life then. He didn't want no part of Tupac's life until he driving his truck down the street and see that his son, or Tupac Shakur, is on a movie set. Now he's a groupie. Now he want to be a part of his life. But hey, that who opinion y'all want to listen to? But why in the fuck is he talking about the Biggie case? Why? I can't say. I didn't see the post that John just read. Maybe somebody asked him a question about just Biggie specifically. But my response would have been, my son was in war with him at the time. And those people felt like they were retaliating in response to my son's death. What's Snoop Dogg and them new songs say? What's the name of that new song the only one I like, y'all? I'll be saying thank you. Thank you.
Hey Reggie, so this Facebook post, it wasn't in response to anything. It was just him putting out a statement. And I clicked to read the comments, and he actually did a post right under the original post, which I'll show the screenshot. But he says, Reggie Wright Jr. telling security that they were supposed to leave their guns in their rooms or trunks. The same Reggie Wright Jr. who is allegedly a federal informer that my son fired a week before. Don't need no rocket science. Plus, Pac had gave notice he was leaving death row, and they knew dead artists shit sells. Allegedly, the government, the LAPD, the Las Vegas PD, allegedly all partook in the assassination. Shit, I'm 75 and I call it like I see it. Reggie Wright always accompanies Knight, always except that night. Now try to tie up the loose ends by charging Keefy D 27 years later. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Okay. All I can say on that is listen to this. Here's your hero, Frank Alexander, what he said about the person who told him to leave the guns.
The after party was at Club 662. In this particular time when I got to Vegas the night before September 6th, on September 7th, we had a meeting at this attorney's office. And at this attorney's office, his name was George Clinesis, something like that. And we were told by him, this attorney, that we couldn't carry our guns and this and that, blah, 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 to the club that night. And it was three of us, like Michael Moore was one of them, myself, and Al Gittins, who is still with Snoop to this day, said, no, we carrying our guns. We're gonna, we worked it out to where we were gonna carry our guns, but we were gonna have to leave them in our car while we were inside the club. Okay, and that's how my gun ended up in my car and not on my person that day. And I didn't have time to get my gun because my gun was on the other side of the valet where I had parked earlier that day. And when Pac and Suge was ready to go, they were ready to go. And I couldn't get to my car. I had a SL 500 also, at that time, and I couldn't get to it, so I didn't have it.
Listen to what Frank said. So he can stop listening to people. Ask him who his roommate was. Ask him to call his roommate Kevin Hackey and see what Kevin Hackey says about this now. The person that he had to stay with when he was out there. Kevin Hackey don't believe that shit. He's not letting motherfuckers that had no part of his life influence him. Where you learn this from, Billy? So Keefy D's my pawn? But y'all listen to what Frank got to say. And that should end that story. Reggie Wright ain't told nothing. That's just a myth that's out there. And if I was fired, like everybody want to keep saying, why was my security with me? Days later. Why? That's the funniest shit. Why? Why? Tell me why my security is with him if we fired. Keefy D's my boy? Keefy D's a patsy for Reggie Wright? Damn, y'all give a nigga a lot of juice. Wish I had as much juice as you niggas want to give me. Keefy D hates me more than any of you motherfuckers that's on this YouTube that hates me. Trust me. But this should clear this up. If you hear this, Billy, listen to what Frank had to say. Did you hear what Frank said? Did you hear it? Can you hear me now? Peace.
Hey Reggie, a couple days ago it was the 25th anniversary of the Tupac and Outlawz album Still I Rise. I know you had a hand in the creation of that. So I wanted to get your thoughts, if you could tell me a little bit of the backstory about how that album took place and what it was like working with the Outlawz and, dealing with Suge and Afeni at that time, if you don't mind.
Creation part, let me just say this, because people always want to put it like Reggie Wright tried to claim back during the time when Pac and Suge was around that he was in the studio. I was not in the recording studio when they did the lyrics, okay? But as far as the putting the album together and getting all the paperwork right and all that, yes, you're 100% right, John. Okay, y'all, this is what really happened. And Noble was over there, and that's what I told y'all earlier, how he just lying, making shit up, or have a different recall. Glad his boy Edie, his road dog, pretty much clarified it. If y'all haven't listened, if y'all go over there to his channel, shout out to Edie and what he's doing over there on his channel, because it is growing. I've been noticing the numbers is getting up, and he's doing a great job, in my opinion, of telling Tupac stories, definitely when it concerning making other albums or, putting the albums together. And Edie was very instrumental, even after Pac's death. We're working with myself and the estate as a representative of the state to making sure everything will get done. So shout out. Okay. Fatal says over there on Art the Gaylog show channel, so he made it seem like Afeni was the one mad at Fatal and didn't want Fatal on the album, and they were trying to fight for him. Edie, on his channel, cleared up. And I said, no, that ain't what happened. We were all mad, meaning the Outlawz were mad at Fatal at the time. For whatever reason. I don't know the politics behind that. So on Edie's channel, this ain't Reggie Wright making it up, that they didn't want to put him on there. And so they removed Fatal from the album and put Noble on there. That's how I fucking remembered it. So when Noble was saying that, I was like, what the fuck, Noble? That you was put on there because you signed. Reggie Wright gave. And their manager, G, shout out G, don't know where you at, but you a good dude. I always like G. He was like their quasi manager. That I think he was related to Edie or something like that. But Big G was a good dude. And I remember them coming up to the office. And I gave each one of them a check for $25,000, meaning Noble, Moo, Castro, and Edie. Those were the only four that was ever signed to Death Row. And Suge, that was the only way Suge told the mama and them that he would let this album come out as an Outlaw album, even though we call it Tupac and the Outlawz. It was supposed to be considered an Outlawz album because Suge didn't want that album being counted as the third album that y'all always talk about, but we'll get into that later. And so they made it a Tupac Outlaw album, even though it was supposedly been an Outlaw album. Fatal was never offered to be signed to the group Outlawz, even though I know Tupac made the Outlaw. We got Storm being an outlaw. We got my boy Wack Deuce being an outlaw. We got Sean, what's Sean's name? Nutso being an outlaw and people like that, right? But the four members, just like the Dog Pound thing, got all these guys call themselves DPG. But who's the Dog Pound? Really? Daz and Corrupt. It's pretty much how the situation is with the Outlaw. So it was just those four dudes on the Outlaw album. Now, when Tupac was around, I would say Fatal and Storm would be the ones that we know that rapped on songs, and Big Syke that were considered Outlaws. So I don't know why. I guess it sounds good over there on the show, making it seem like, because he didn't want to be and say, hey, I was just put on there because, they wanted Fatal off the album. That's the truth. Just tell the truth. It don't sound bad. Y'all wasn't fucking with Fatal at the time. Y'all had him taken off the album. And they put your ass on the album. That's the truth. That's what happened. So, and Big Syke was on one of the songs on the, I think it was Letter to the President or something like that he was on. That came out on the Outlawz album. So y'all, man, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what this rewrite history going on between y'all. Because maybe since you figured Mutal You're going to try to kill his credibility. And then, Edie's your boy. Fatal and Gaddafi's not there to defend themselves. They're not here to defend themselves anymore. Big Psych. I don't get it, Noble. I don't know why you did that. Why you saying that? But shout out to Edie for having enough guts to come on, clarify it, and be like, hey, nah, brother. And I know all y'all brothers. I still don't get what's going on between you and Mutau. Hopefully by the time this segment air, y'all be doing something together, clarifying it. Because I do know, I did hear that Mutau was over here in the States. I heard he was in Philly or something a month or two, at least a couple of weeks ago. Y'all get together and clear this up. But, bro, come on. The real y'all is there were some issues with Fatal. People were still mad. It was something behind the jury stuff. I told you a long time ago when we told that jury story. I told you, I think that was just, you can wear my shit. And then those niggas came up with the story like he was giving the jury away. Niggas don't get it. He was just letting them wear, letting them shine. I told y'all, I cleared that up and said that, but I ain't getting into that. The state never went after him or anything. And so, hey, shout out to him. Yasmin made her $1 million off of the sale of something that her son left her. Shout out. They got enough money. And Yasmin do deserve it. She deserve every penny of what she got. So, but, I don't know, y'all. It's some rewriting the history going on, y'all. But the real, and all I'm going to say is Fatal was taken off. And I even think Gaddafi was taking off some of the songs. If he might have been on some, I don't know, don't remember. But it was mainly because they, as a group, made a decision to do it. 'Cause we didn't care. We just knew whatever songs came out, they were going to be signed to Death Row. It wasn't going to be signed to Amaru. That's all we knew. That's all we cared about, or it wasn't coming out. That's how Suge was then. That's how Suge still is now. Yeah, they can sign whoever it is, as long as they can sign it. They sign it to me and my publishing. And I don't even think he even required a publishing deal from them. Not 100% on that right now. I don't even think he required that from them. But he definitely required that they be signed to Death Row. And they were. And so, we even let them do some more songs and stuff. We flew them in. I tell you, the only thing bad I really have to ever say about the Outlawz, those are some nasty motherfuckers. They were nasty. Oh, man. I still remember, I went into this house that we had rented for them that they were staying in. Beautiful house in Tarzana. Or Encino, one of the two. Ooh, man, first time I seen a white man cry. This white man had leased this house out to us. He called me over. And we came over there and he had me walk through the house. Like, they gotta go! Look at my house! Look at my house! Look at my house! Look how they doing it! It was dog shit all in the house. And yeah. But other than that, I have no problems with the Outlawz, to be honest. I'm keeping it real. But they some nasty motherfuckers. Don't let those young niggas live in your house. They tore that man's house up. I think the cleanup bill, that to get that house back and restored, and y'all gotta remember, we talking 97, 98. I remember cutting a check to that man for $36,000, $37,000 on top of the deposit. And I always laughed at that. Like, boy, those some nasty motherfuckers. How did they have females over there? But peace bomb first.
I want to get your thoughts on this, Reggie. It seems like Jay-Z is definitely taking a different approach to accusations against them than Diddy did. We know that he sent the I guess, essentially a cease and desist letter to Pierce Morgan. We know that his lawyer is speaking out, saying that him and Diddy were never friends. Do you feel as though Jay-Z could go after people who have been very critical or maybe even untruthful about him, as far as people on YouTube like the Jaguar Wrights and things like this who have kind of flat out said Jay-Z did this and that to me? Do you think that they could potentially be targets for people he goes after, or do you think he just leaves that alone and focuses on the bigger picture?
Well, I always tell y'all, you only go at the motherfuckers that's judgment proof. Jaguar Wright, Reggie Wright, and all of them get away with talking shit about people because RJ Bonds, all them motherfuckers, because they ain't what you call judgment proof. When you got some money, you got to watch what you say. Y'all see what Cardi B, poor thing, going through, trying to get her money from Tasha K. I think she got like a $3 million something judgment against her. I read somewhere where Cardi B said she only got about $200,000 that she was able to collect from Tasha K at this point. So that's why a lot of people, I keep trying to educate y'all. Like I said, a lot of people don't sue people because the attorneys be like, it's going to cost you $100,000 for my fees alone. And if you get $1 million judgment, you ain't gonna never be able to collect, but you're gonna still have to pay me. That's how that conversation generally goes when you go to sue people. Trust me, there's a few people I've been getting consultation on, and we still trying to run and find their houses and where they live. And so that's another story. Han, Uncle Fester, and Phil Carson. But anyway, my whole point is, so that's why Jag gets away with a lot of stuff. I really think near future, because I've been watching Jaguar, there's been rumors on the line that's not true, that Jay-Z is about to sue Jaguar or Jay-Z sue Pierre Morgan and all of that. He just sent a letter to Pierce. I don't think he's filed a lawsuit yet, and I know he hasn't filed one against Jaguar yet. But if you really notice, Jaguar been pulling back a lot of her rhetoric. She hasn't been talking as much shit lately because she know he may really consider doing a lawsuit against her just to make her life miserable. Because Jay-Z can do it. He got the money to do it, just to prove a point. And so I got a feeling Jaguar gonna be toning down her rhetoric very soon. And I really believe that a lot of the videos y'all need to go ahead and start saving for those of y'all that Jaguar Wright fans, because a lot of that shit gonna start getting scrubbed off the internet. My opinion. So Jay-Z do really need to talk to his attorney though, because his attorney said they only knew each other at concerts or war shows and stuff like that. As soon as I heard it, I was like, what the fuck this man talking about? And we got a picture of Jay-Z and 4 other guys standing around talking about they the new millionaires and billionaires at a motherfucking white party. And Jay-Z standing right there with him in the backyard.
It's 2020, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaires lunch. Yeah. You understand? Right. And we here together, and we're going to keep staying together. We getting tighter. That's right. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else to us. Black excellence.
With a suit on, and they was toasting to a drink and stuff like that. That wasn't no award show or anything like that. So he better really talk to Jay-Z before he gives statements, or Jay-Z needs better approval. But as I always tell y'all, I always say, when something's going to happen to Jay-Z, trust me, y'all be hearing him stepping down from the NFL. Until then, nothing major is about to happen to Jay-Z. I think that attorney messed up by allowing his victim to go on TV without him sitting there. Worst mistake. This case is dead and gone. This case will be dropped real soon. The only problem is Jay-Z attacking this attorney personally. The ambulance chaser, I like to call him. He's attacking him personally, and so he might have to keep this victim alone just to protect himself. But y'all see how fucking with Jay-Z is. Now we hearing about this man giving a chick STDs and stuff like this. This attorney, man, it's going to be a smear campaign going on this particular attorney, where a lot of his credibility is going to be getting shot in the public's eye. And so that would be pretty much my take. My only concerns is with Jay-Z and all of this, and I don't know where the guy gets that Jay-Z and Puffy wasn't friends. We got pictures with them being together. He maybe wasn't a friend like Snoop Dogg was to Diddy and French Montana or people like that, but they have been in the same circles that wasn't just industry related. And so I think he's misguided on that. But Jay-Z gonna be good, y'all. Only way he's not gonna be good is when y'all hear the NFL has disassociated and no longer protected him and standing by him. The lawsuit parts is just, a lot of people don't get sued just because of what's something called judgment proof, y'all. As a lot of people get away with saying stupid, idiotic, and defamation stuff to people. And that would be my take.